And finally, new rule, Luigi Mangione, Cole Thomas Allen, Tyler Robinson, and the ghost of Thomas Crooks must form a boy band called New Kids on the Glock. Just to drive home the point, these are not your father's political assassins. Things have changed. For one thing, today's assassins have popular support with the kids. Up to 40% of America's young adults say violence is okay to achieve a political goal. Wow. Seems like 5 minutes ago when one of the big causes of the left was gun control, but now guns are the answer? I guess, because Luigi is a fucking rock star. He's the OG hot assassin. The young assassins coming up even name-check him in their manifestos. When this guy was arrested for burning down a giant warehouse, he said it was like when Luigi popped that motherfucker. Before this college student threw a Molotov cocktail at Sam Altman's mansion, he talked about Luigiing some tech CEOs. And the asshole currently on trial for allegedly starting the big fire out here last year was Luigi's biggest fanboy. Good to see the kids have role models, huh? Another way this new breed of content creator assassins is different. They have jokes. Cole Allen called himself a friendly federal assassin and told his friends he was going to D.C. for a personal emergency, wink, wink. His manifesto opens with, "Hello, everybody." It sounded like that form letter I get every Christmas telling me how everyone is doing in a family I don't care about. Tyler Robinson wrote little jokes on the bullets he fired at Charlie Kirk. Things like, "If you're reading this, you're gay, LOL. I mean, John Wilkes Booth was an asshole, but at least when he did the deed, he said something serious. Sic semper tyrannis, not "I fucked your mom." Cole Allen took selfies before enacting his diabolically clever plan of running fast. You know, Cole, why do I think this is more about you than the cause? You're running through the metal detector, but maybe you're really chasing clout. Allen wrote that he was consumed by rage thinking about everything this administration has done. Yeah, join the club. Donald Trump is infuriating. I know this personally. That's why whenever I'm around him, I'm so nervous I need a drink right away. If you're doing that much rage thinking about Trump, you're not really mad at him. You're mad at your life. This is about being 31 and still living with your mom in Torrance. Life was supposed to come out better. This guy went to Caltech, for Christ's sake. He dreamed of being a video game designer, but really was a substitute teacher. Do you think if he'd ever sold actually a video game and got rich, he'd be doing this? Look, I feel for that generation. You guys grew up with the iPhone, which fucks people up, and now AI. No wonder you're always wearing a hoodie in the fetal position. Plus, as long as you can remember, the president has either been dead or this guy. So, sympathy for you, yes, but also, it's always been thus. Sadly, your parents and teachers didn't prepare you for this, so you have no idea how hard or easy you have it. But because you're so entitled, you just assume you have it tougher than anybody ever did. You don't. In fact, your generation lives an historically easy life. You can get sushi or a weighted blanket delivered in hours. You can do your banking sitting on the toilet. They sell weed in a store now. In a financial pinch, you can sell pictures of your feet. Your biggest hardship is when the Wi-Fi drops and you have to briefly experience the 20th century. And yet you've convinced yourselves that your current level of discomfort justifies revolutionary violence. Cole Allen's life only sucked by his own unreasonable standards. He wasn't on welfare. He was on LinkedIn. For his assassination attempt, he stayed at the Hilton. If your assassination comes with Hilton Honors Rewards points, Gen Z lives are not that bad. Most of our lives here in America are not. How we live right now, in the year we're actually living in the country we're actually living in, doesn't warrant condoning political violence. I can see it if you live under a truly oppressive regime, communism, fascism, Catholicism. But that's not where we are now. You're not storming the beaches at Normandy. You're not standing in bread lines. You know, just like our no kings we had here, the protests, they also had them in Iran. But over there, the protesters got shot in the street. And yes, ICE did that too, twice. The Iranian thugs did it 30,000 times. Have some perspective. Get real. Stop blaming America for all your fuck-ups. What this is really about for today's young assassins is when life lets you down and doesn't properly reward you for being the awesome person you're sure you are. There's one big save left. Convince yourself you were meant for a cause bigger than yourself. And for Cole Thomas Allen, it was, I'm fighting Hitler. And I get why that's a tempting thing to cosplay. If Trump is Hitler, then you're Tom Cruise in Valkyrie, nobly trying to take him out. Yeah.
I get mistaken for Tom Cruise a lot.
It's a theme show. What can I say? But Trump isn't Hitler, and you're not Tom Cruise. And you don't really live on the desert moon of an evil empire. You live in Torrance, which I understand is not exactly LA or London, but please, you're not in Haiti or Afghanistan. You're at Coachella. Life doesn't really suck so bad. You would just rather be a martyr than a nobody. The whole tone of Cole Allen's manifesto was, sorry guys, but America needs me. A hero has risen. You're not a hero. You're just the guy who runs out into the field during a baseball game to get attention and in 10 seconds gets tackled by security, except in your case, no, that's exactly your case.